here. Big Bird's joining us. Actually, it's Sean Connolly. He's with us from the Element of Disguise Costuming. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
It is amazing to see this costume and to think that you've created this yourself.
Yeah, this is kind of an example of what I do. A couple more here. I got Marvin the Martian from the Looney Tunes cartoons and Beaker from the Muppet Show as well.
All right, these are completely different. How did you get into creating these?
It sort of became as a competition between a friend and I about 12 years ago, and then we had to one-up each other every year. So it just went from there, and then every year people expected it. So 12 years later, I can't really stop. So.
Okay, so you're a carpenter by trade.
Carpenter and cabinet maker, yeah.
And cabinet maker. So so at least we know you're good with tools. You're good at making things,
yes.
Which is a great thing. Have you had people ask you to make interesting things, or theater companies that you
I have, yeah.
challenged?
Yes. The biggest one I've done is I did a Chinese dragon, 14-foot Chinese dragon for a theater company last year.
Oh wow!
For their Christmas pantomime, which was interesting, and took 3 people to operate it. So if the idea is if you can't find it anywhere else, then I'm the guy to call.
You'll create it for
Whatever,
them.
yeah.
And there's often times when people have this idea, and then you try to figure out how you're going to get to it, and you end up just dropping the idea. But for you, that's where you have fun with it, and figuring it out.
That's the challenge. So, and over the years, I've done enough of them and different ones that I've pretty much gotten, all the kinks worked out for the most part. This is hot.
I was going to say, I'm like, how long can you last in this one?
I've done it a full night, so 6 hours I've been in this before.
Really?
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Thank you.
A lot of people right now, give us some tips, are going to be at home and are making last-minute costumes, especially maybe if they just want to go out with the kids or they want to have something. And you brought a couple of things for us to take.
Yeah, I brought a few things.
Example.
Basically, I just went around the house and I gathered up stuff and figured out what I could do. And so, and they all take only a few minutes. So what I did is I found a road map here, and I got an old bulletin board.
Right.
And so, conveniently, this is already, see, manual dexterity is not great with these things.
Do you need some help?
I think I'm good. There we go. So you cut out a section of the map, post it to the board. There you go. GPS. They're not all stellar, I'm going to tell you that. But
that's okay, but they'll work.
Minutes.
They'll work,
minutes,
yeah. So
stuff.
there's one thing to be able to do. Okay,
all right,
what's this?
Next one up. I went and found an old t-shirt. All right, and just a plain t-shirt. Got some magnets off the fridge. Some Post-it notes. Glue gun, tape, doesn't matter.
Look at that.
Tape it to the shirt, there you go. The downside is you end up with everything off your fridge glued to a shirt.
Well, I'm glad at least you had us in there as one of the appointments you had to get through.
To-do list, my groceries.
I like that. That's so much fun.
For an added touch, Frigidaire up top, just print it up off the computer.
Yeah, usually this would come in stainless steel, but I think we're really good like this.
Well, it depends.
Yeah, it looks
White's
good.
coming back.
You could go with the silver. You can go with the silver shirt too. All right, this was one that you had made.
This is one I've made before. Yeah, this is.
Can I don't even want to lift it up.
They're really durable. They have to be because they get really beaten up. So.
Very neat. Look at that. They got a broom.
And
top end
it's
there.
all about finding stuff and just being creative with it. Now, this guy here, same thing. Grab yourself a t-shirt, headband, a little bit of cardboard. And what you do is you cut out a pair of antlers. Antlers or ears, whatever you have handy.
Gotcha.
And then, now, you can do this 2 ways. Now, what I did was I painted my front tire, and I drove over the front of my shirt.
Okay.
And then splatter with some red paint, so you got roadkill.
It'll work. It's the last minute. I like that.
And if you don't want to paint your tire and run over it, you can always do it with tape.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that works too. So what did you do? You just took a tire?
Yep. I took a spare tire.
Yeah.
Rolled black paint on it, and just rolled it over the shirt.
Very cool. Okay, you can easily do that. And very, very quickly, what is this?
Got some paper plates here. Painted them yellow. You don't have to paint them yellow. Put a face on them, and then did up a whole bunch. Now I'm going to need your hand again.
Okay.
So if you just pick up that first plate, flip it over. So you got an emoticon mask that you can change throughout the night as your moods change.
By the end of the night, hopefully you have a happy face. You're going back to this.
Or just maybe surprised.
Oh my goodness, look what happened. Some really fun ideas, and especially if you're looking to create something, if you have this idea but you don't know exactly how to get it done, you definitely have the best place to go, and website people can check out more information.
TheElementOfDisguise.com and TheElementOfDisguise@yahoo.com is the email address.
Perfect.
Check me out online.
How's that costume underneath the lights? Feeling hot yet?
It's a lot hotter than it normally is.
All right, we're going to take a short commercial break. We're going to be back with plenty more on this Halloween edition of CTV Morning Live.